Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How you doing today? I'm back. Finally got my video editor here ready to help me. Now look, more and more of you are doing side jobs to sort of pay for retirement. I can't tell you how many customers I have that do a lot of these sort of side jobs like Uber and Airbnb, things that they can do then to make a little extra money, but what they do with it is they put that in their retirement accounts while they're sort of doing their normal job. It's brilliant, really, and it inspired me to make a video here because a lot of the questions that I get are about the type of account that you are now eligible for. Now, what we're gonna do today is talk about that type of account. No strings attached, there's nothing to sell. It's just a different type of account for those of you that have a side hustle that you're working on. By the way, I did a great video on the different types of side hustles and how they actually rank as in terms of income. So you might want to check that out. I'll see if I can put a link above. Now, no financial advisor is going to tell you this, and this is because you have a side hustle, and that side hustle is not making you any money. You're not going to get rich off of it, and because you're not going to get rich, financial advisors don't want to talk to you. You don't make enough money, right? Well, we're changing that here at Jazz Wealth. We want to be the financial advisor, I like to say the financial advocate for the little guy. You see, if I can help you now while you're just getting started, then you'll stick with me over the years, and I'm playing the long game. I'll start with investors that are smaller now, knowing that one day in the future they will be bigger investors, but if I help them along the way, they'll have their finances straight, they'll have the right investments, they'll have the right taxable treated type accounts, and they'll be a bigger investor. I'll make my money then. So we're changing things here at Jazz Wealth. I hope you'll check it out, but here is what we want to go over. The account type is the Simplified Employee Pension. It's called the SEP account. I'll leave it up to Wall Street to make something complicated. Just call it a SEP IRA. If you are self-employed, have a side hustle, or are a freelancer, maybe you just do a little extra work on the side, then you qualify for a SEP IRA. Here's the good news. It's really easy to set up. There's no crazy paperwork. Remember when you got that 401k at work, all the stuff you had to fill out? None of that. It's really, really simple, but let's talk about some of the benefits here. So for a SEP IRA, here's how it works. You can actually go up to $55,000 as a contribution or 25% of whatever your income is. Now, I should say, sometimes we get confused here. The contribution limit, that $55,000, you don't have to do that, right? You can do $1 if you want. So it's just a limit. The amount that you put in is totally up to you, and exactly how you put it in as far as like weekly or monthly, well, I'm gonna suggest that you do weekly, but of course, it's totally up to you. See, what happens is as you contribute this money, you're deferring the taxes until retirement. So that money you make from your side hustle, you all are actually keeping track of that so you can pay your taxes, right? Huh? Come on, I hear the questions all the time when people get scared of this big tax bill. But the reality is you're now able to defer that money until you retire, which means you could really reduce your tax bill in the immediate term and just defer it until you get to retirement. So that's the rules. 25% of your income or $55,000, that's your limit, and that's for the SEP account. Here's how this typically goes. You open a SEP account and you put some money in from that side job or your freelance work, and then you have a couple good years. And so you're putting more and more away. When tax time comes and you see the amount that you owe for taxes, you can push some of that out into retirement if you'd like by making a contribution to your SEP IRA. Now, if you have a bad year, if you have a bad couple of months, or you take time off, let's say you're an Uber driver and you decide, I'm not gonna drive for a couple months, you do not have to contribute to your SEP. It can just sit there and grow. So that's the beauty of it. While you're doing well, you could put some money aside. When things are maybe a little bit tougher, you don't have to contribute at all if you don't want to. Now, while the money's in there, you can invest it in anything you like, really. At Jazz Wealth, we use a lot of exchange-traded funds, which we've done a lot of great videos on, but you can invest it as you contribute to it. So just because you put the money in a SEP IRA doesn't mean anything actually happens unless you either get a guy to do it for you or you physically pick the investments. It could be exchange-traded funds, mutual funds, stocks, anything you like, really. So that's the investment portion of it. Hey, the best part is you don't even actually need a company to open one up. if you're a subcontractor, a freelancer, you're just maybe going on eBay, doing the eBay arbitrage thing, or picking up free stuff on Craigslist and then selling it on LetGo or something like that, well, that all counts. As long as you're reporting that income, then you are eligible to have what's called the side hustle and actually contribute to the SEP IRA. Bottom line, think of the SEP IRA just like the traditional IRA, but for those of you that are working on the side or are self-employed. Now, if you'd like to get started with a SEP IRA, feel free to go to jazzwealth.com, click Invest Now, we'll get you started. And if you give me a moment, if you just hit subscribe, that would be great. We really appreciate that. And then also, we're gonna put up 2 videos. So if you get a moment, you wanna watch another one of our videos, this one actually is my personal favorite, with $72 a week, how that translates into retirement. A lot of people try to get you to save a lot of money for retirement, but really all you need is the $72, so check that out.